Freen's POV. Will you marry me? Those 4 words coming from the girl in front of me, I couldn't believe what I just heard from Becky. I have always wanted to talk about the words of marriage, but I never did because I know how our situation going on right now. But now, I'm sure that I did the right decision for accepting her back. I didn't even notice that I already sobbing in front of her. Babe, did I said something wrong? Why are you crying? Becky panicked after seeing how hard I cried in front of her. I might look pathetic, but I don't care. This moment never ever crossed my mind that Becky would propose to me. This feels like a dream. A dream that I never want to wake up. Yes, I will marry you, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆'𝖘. I finally said it. Her teary eyes looking straight into mine, and before she could say anything, I pulled her towards me, capturing her soft lips, pulling her even closer than before. She wrapped her arms around me, and we completely forgot about our dinner. It was so overwhelming for both of us. We finally taking our relationship to the next stage after everything we have been through. I could say that I really did the right thing as we pulled away. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I didn't prepare any ring for you, 𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆'𝖘. I kiss her lips again, stopping her from saying any further. No, it doesn't matter, as long as we finally agreed to have each other for the rest of our lifetimes. I promise I will be better for you, and I promise that I will love you with all my heart, Rebecca. Thank you for everything, I said, wiping her tears away. Freen, Becky stuttered, looking at me. Becky burst into tears again and hugged me tightly, crying on my shoulder, and I can feel my white shirt getting wet from her tears, but I don't really care about it. I love you so much. Thank you for still keeping me in your heart even though I treated you badly before. Thank you for hanging on and wait for me. Thank you for not leaving my side since the day I opened my eyes. Thank you for accepting me into your life again, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖘. I smiled, rubbing her back. God knows how grateful I am feeling being in her arms again. No words could describe how I'm feeling right now. Shh, don't cry anymore, love. Let's eat our dinner first, because I'm sure the food is cold now. I joked a bit with a little laugh as Becky pulled away from me, wiping her own tears. This is your fault for making me cry. Becky slightly hit my shoulder. Aww, it's my fault now? Who's the one started to propose to me? Becky hit me again, still sobbing as I let out a small laugh, holding on her hand, stopping her from hitting me to death. Come on, baby, stop crying now, okay? Let's eat, and after that you can continue to cry. Becky stopped and looked at me confusedly. On the bed, I continued with a grin. Freen. 4. Author's POV. Fuck, failed again? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Are you guys really an agent or what? 𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖘 yelled in frustration, pointing to all the figure in front of him. Don't you do your training? You guys have been here for 3 fucking years. Is it not enough to complete a simple mission? You guys are not a newbie, for fuck's sakes, especially you, Billy. The taller guy walked slowly, stopping in front of him. You are a senior, so please act like one. Tell me, what's the fucking problem with your team? Billy let out a big sigh and grit his teeth, closing his eyes before looking at 𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖘 again. 𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈 couldn't understand why would they failed their mission again. After Freen left, everything became messed again. At first he thought that I'm not good at giving instructions and planning, 𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖘, you know about that, but you still making me as the leader. I told you from the start already. He said. I was hoping for you to learn. Who else I'm gonna hoping for, huh? Freen? 𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈 asked, leaning closer. Why don't you take my place and try handling the team by yourself? Instead of standing here doing nothing. At least have a little function for the agency like how Saint did it before. And then Billy's face met with a hard punch from 𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖘, making the others immediately hold him back from going further. What did you said? You are saying that I did nothing here? Don't say anything if you didn't know what I did for you guys. And don't you ever compare me with Saint, 𝖊𝖇𝖆 stuttered, holding himself back. His heart suddenly hurting with the thoughts of Saint. He gotta admit that there's still a lot of thing he need to learn to become better. But the pain from losing one of his best friend didn't help his situation at all. They immediately leave the room, not wanting to continue the fight, while the guy sat on the chair massaging his head as he can feel like it's gonna explode in any time. Freen. I really need you here. Author's POV. The night sky combines with the sound of wave is one of the best thing for Becky, with how much she loves the beach. And walking hand in hand with the girl she loves, adding the happiness inside of her, they are walking on the seashores, just enjoying each other company while looking at wave. I'm so happy right now, being here on the beach with my favorite person. I have always wanted to do this, but never had a chance before. Becky break the silence, making Freen quickly look at her. They stopped walking and sat on the white sand, still keeping close to each other as Becky leaned her head on the older girl's shoulder while looking at the view. You know what? This is not the first time for us. We have been to the beach before, Freen said. Wait, really? Becky sounded excited with what she just said. Yep, the first time we went to the beach was when I brought you to my hometown. We stopped by the beach, just the two of us. Then what did we do there? That time, we just talking to each other and also you sang for me, Becky, Freen said, smiling, making Becky looked at her. I did. Oh God, is my voice good? Becky panicked. Of course it's good. You are amazing, Becky, and from that time I knew that I want you to be mine, so I asked you to be my girlfriend and you said yes. If you don't trust me, you can ask the beach, Freen jokingly said, making Becky let out a small laugh and slap her hand. I trusted you, Freen. Now I really can't wait to remember everything again. Ugh. This is so frustrating. Becky whined, pouting, and snuggled closer to the older girl. I know, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆'𝖘. It's okay, I'm still here and I will help you to remember it, okay? Who knows, maybe sooner or later, you will remember everything. It's gonna hurt really bad. Freen turned her head and wrapped her arms around the younger girl, pulling her closer, rubbing her arms. I'm gonna be there when it's happened, don't worry, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆'𝖘, Freen smiled before leaving a little kiss on top of the younger girl's head. Thank you. I love you so much. I love you too, Becky. Mom and Dad gonna be really happy if they know I proposed to you. They probably will do the wedding the next day after I told them, Becky said, and they chuckled. Freen removed the strand of hair that are blocking the smaller girl's face before give a quick peck on her lips. That's better. I can't wait for you to be my wife. Mrs. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆'𝖘, sounds nice, right? Oh. So I'm using yours, huh? Don't you want to be Armstrong? Becky asked with a teasing smile. Who's the daddy? You or me? Freen asked, chuckling, making Becky kiss her nose. Alright, it's you. Don't you try to say something nasty. I admit it already, Becky said, pointing her finger to the older girl, making Freen laugh with her cuteness. Fine, fine. What's the problem if I want to say something naughty to my future wife? You like it though? Freen pinched the soft cheek. Becky chuckled before looking at Freen, staring intently as her gaze went down towards the older girl's lips before looking back at Freen with her seductive eyes. The smaller girl are basically seducing the nervous girl, making Freen gulp on her saliva after seeing how close they are. Yes, I do love it, Daddy. Heidi, you need to eat. You haven't eaten anything yet, please? It's not good for the baby, Charlotte begged, looking at the devastated girl on the bed. Heidi wiped her tears and wrapped herself in the blanket again, ignoring the girl, making Charlotte sigh again for the 100th time. Charlotte, my life is ruined now. What's the point of eating anyway? No, it is not. Come on, just eat a little bit, please. I promise, I will help you to find the father of the child. Just please listen to me, Heidi. Charlotte sat beside her while rubbing her shoulder, and there Heidi cried again. It's okay to cry, but let's eat, all right? Come here, I will feed you. Charlotte tried to convince the girl again, but failed. She sighed again, and suddenly the door burst open, revealing 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆'𝖘 looking nervously towards the two girls on the bed before walking closer, sitting beside Charlotte. Charlotte looked at her girlfriend curiously. She knew something definitely happened. Heidi, I know who's the father, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆'𝖘 stuttered, looking guilty. Heidi immediately sit up, looking at 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖘 as she held her hand desperately, wanting to know who's the father of the baby inside of her. Who? Who is it, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖘? Her voice broke down. It's 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖃.